everyone. I am so glad to be joining you guys again. I have not posted for like 3 weeks. I had the audacity to go on a vacation with a friend of mine. We went to a music festival. Actually, it was several friends. I met people there. It was so much fun. And I came home with such a bad cold, and I'm finally like recovering from it now, that I really could not film for a few days. Busy mom of 2, full-time job, house, home, kids, sickness, like it got crazy. I'm sure there's so many of you out there that can relate to that. So I have a haul. This is gonna be my full end of September, early October haul, because there's so much stuff that I have accumulated. And while I was on vacation, I stopped at stores so that I could film a bit. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my shorts. There's so many things in stock at Dollar Tree right now. There are so many new launches at Dollar Tree right now. Things that are just like so nice. Things that are like comparable, I think, to Target and Walmart. Things that you will use in your household for $1.25 instead of $5, $6, $7, $8, $10. And so let's just get into this haul. Oh, and I do want to tell everybody that the giveaway has been a little difficult. I had a few rules, and I finally found someone who subscribed in like 3 of my videos. Because what I did is I did a drawing. The first person did not respond to me for 2 weeks, and I gave her, I believe it's a lady, 2 weeks to respond. And then the second person did respond to me. However, she does not live in the United States. So I am going to do yet another drawing out of the little hat that I have of everyone's name who did, at least as far as I know, live in the United States. But until she gave me her address, I didn't realize she was foreign. But lives in the United States, who subscribed and who liked 3 videos. And I promise you guys, I will announce the winner as soon as I get someone who does follow all of the rules. I will announce them in my next video, hopefully. But thank you guys all for entering. I will have another giveaway early November. I've accumulated a few goodies that I think are a little bit hard to find. I've gotten like 1 for me, and then I'll get 1 for you, so I've gotten 2 of many things, and I think you guys will enjoy the next giveaway as well. Okay, let's jump into this. So Halloween is approaching fast. They still have a lot of Halloween decor out. I love these. I hang them from my front porch, and they last pretty well. I have ghosts from 2 years ago. I have skeletons, I believe, from last year, and I have bats. And then I'm gonna add these little hags, whatever these are, these little witches, I guess, or they're hags, I'm not sure. But they kind of expand, and they like hang, and they're just really cool. And with like the muslin, they just look really nice. So you guys, there's plenty of stuff still out at the Dollar Tree, and they did restock a lot at my Dollar Tree as far as decor for Halloween, and it's fast approaching. I got some window clings. My son loves window clings. These we use once. I used to try to reuse them every year, and they just don't last. We use these once, we throw them out usually, maybe twice, but anyway, $1.25 each. They're really nice, just decor items. So I have a lot of just household stuff that I have found that I use and I like. These are really fun. On my desk, I have a little area where I have some file folders, and I like them to be decorative. The file folders I use in my file cabinet are just regular manila file folders, and I get them in bulk over at Staples or Office Depot, or even Amazon, which actually has really good deals, and you can get them in bulk, and you file all through papers. I think I have a few too many papers. I have 2 file cabinets that are 5 drawers high, and I probably have 6 of those drawers filled, and the 5 on one, actually 7, and 2 on the other. I probably have too much paper. I have to go through it. I have to wheedle it out, but this is for sitting on my desk. I love these. Gets $1.25, you get 3, I believe. Yep, it's a 3-piece. So 3 of each of these. And I don't think you can beat it. It looks much more attractive on my desk sitting out. This is one of my favorite things to use. This is a permanent writable white sticker. I use this all over. It's so versatile, and I don't even realize I'm using it sometimes until I run out of it, and I'm like, ugh. So I'll use it sometimes for labeling. I use it mostly like labeling like containers, in your pantry, in your closet. And I do use it for that, but mostly this is what it looks like. And it just, you know, it peels up and the stick on it is very good, but it peels right up like this. But you can cut it to any size you want. I mostly use this when I'm freezing food because on top of, you know, your plastic containers, let me see if I can find a container. These I love. I've been getting these. I know I've showed these before, but I've been getting a few of these glass containers in different sizes and I love them. But this is plastic. On top, you can put it on, you put your date, what it is, and then it peels off very easily. But it stays. It's got staying power. It doesn't like peel off in the freezer over time. I haven't noticed like this, you know, come up. But then I can pull it all up in one peel and put another label on. I use this so much more often than I realized. Like when we go on vacation, sometimes I label everyone's things, like, you know, my husband's underwear, and that's like in one sorting thing, and then my kids, you know, whatever it is. That way it's not mama, mama, mom. Look in the bag, guys. It's labeled, you know, and I think it makes it much easier for everyone to like enjoy their time, to know what they're gonna wear the next day, and to have it all organized. But when I use it with those Dollar Tree containers I've shown you in the past, to have like the clear top, and it peels right off very easily, but stays on until I go to peel it off. I love it. I found these in the kitchen section. I love these. I actually have this thing with corn. I don't love holding it with the butter on it or any of like the seasoning. I'm always like, my hands are a mess. I'm just this person who I think I'm gonna use this. The rest of my family won't. But I like this. If you can find these, this is a great deal for $1.25. This is brand name, it's Faberware, and it's really good quality. So these are out right now, and I picked that up. I love these Protique brushes. They fold, they're foldable. I like to take these on vacation. The only thing I will say is that they come only in green from what I've seen. So when I get 4 of these, I have to use my handy label. And I have to label everybody's name because otherwise it's just like, you know, everyone's using each other's toothbrush. But I do like it to fold. I do think it's more sanitary that way. And I enjoy that. I got another safety scraper. This does come with replacement blades now. So I think this is an even better deal. And I use this so often for cleaning. I know you guys, if you've seen my cleaning videos, you know, for scraping things in the oven, for any messes that are just really hard to get up. If you use it on wood floors, be very careful. I gouged my floor a little bit the last time I used this. I would recommend probably a putty knife over this, but I had like something very, you know, stuck on, and I went to go get it up with this, and this kind of gouged it a little bit. But, you know, other surfaces that are harder, this is great for getting up all those messes. And I highly recommend this over the old one that they had that was like all metal. It just was very wobbly, and this is a very sturdy tool. So I think if you guys saw my shorts, I got these. I got 4 of them. I love them for fall. I think these are just so nice. For $1.25, they're thick. They have not broken. I've already put 2 of them into my, you know, I think I got 6 because I put 4 in my dishwasher and we've had our coffee out of them already. I just think they're lovely. They're absolutely lovely. I missed out on the ghosts. I could not find them. These were 2 extra just to make 6. And I never saw them restocked, unfortunately, but I love those pumpkins. They came in an orange as well, and they're lovely, nice and thick. I got 2 lace table runners for my table. I always have a runner down, and my table, my dining room table, we only have a dining room table. We have a dining room, kitchen, and then great room. It's like a very open concept house. And I have no formal living room, just the great room, family room. And then my kids have kind of a hangout den downstairs. It's like a hangout playroom. Well, it's not a playroom any longer. They are teens, so it is a hangout room. But it used to be their playroom when they were little. And so that's kind of our spaces. But I love to have just a little bit of decor up. You guys can see in the background here, I have put up some fall, and I put these down. This is like the ghost kind of, I don't know what to say, like that muslin look. It's supposed to look like a mummy or ghostly. So I put that down for a little bit of Halloween pizzazz, and I'm gonna put this on my table. I think then I will be completely Halloween themed out in this house. And I will be done decorating. Okay, so I found the small stacking pumpkins. If you guys saw my short, I also found the large stocking pumpkins, and I could not find them last year. They sold out fast. I feel like they are restocking these a lot more than they did last year, because I went and bought these. The next day I went back to do some filming. These were gone, and then they were back like the week after. And I've seen them now in stock pretty consistently. I think they're lovely. I think that, you know, I'm going to weight this down on my front porch. You can put lights in the bottom or whatever, but I have a piece of like wood. It's square, but what I'm gonna do is just, I think, put maybe a brick or something and then just glue it with some hot glue and E6000 down. And I think I'm gonna use these outside. And I think that they're lovely the way that they are. But you can always embellish, put a little bit of leaves around here or whatever you like. Or a little bit of like, you know, ribbon would be very nice for the fall season. I've seen a lot of the really pretty orange and green, like sort of hashed ribbon. That would be really pretty. But these are in stock. And then this one is gonna be lovely inside. Just so cute. Let me just open it up. It'll stack up nicely and they click very well and they stay very well. You know, they're not too wobbly or, you know, they won't come apart very easily, but lovely. I think that's really cute. And it's plastic, so like you can put like, you know, spray paint. I've seen a lot of people do that. They'll spray paint it like kind of to look almost like ceramic. I think that that would be lovely. But these are just a great little find at the Dollar Tree. And these are $1.25, and then the larger are $5. And you know, you can really decorate very nicely on a budget. Speaking of decorative stuff, I really like this. I think this is so pretty. There was an acorn one, and this one is the one that has, it's a candle holder that has the pumpkins. I think it's very attractive. And I did get, I wonder what I did with them. I did get some larger pillar candles that are fall themed. They've got little leaves on them and they're very pretty. So I'm gonna put the one in here and decorate my buffet table. And I think those are fabulous. Okay, so speaking of decorations for fall, I also got these beautiful natural pumpkins. I put these in a short. I think they're so attractive. I think that once I take out the stuff for Halloween back here, I am just gonna do a little natural pumpkin, you know, sort of arrangement in this vase behind me. And you guys will see that in some of my next filming. I think that they're very pretty. I am loving these twist candles. These are very high-end looking. They are very nice quality. I have already put them into some of my candle holders on both my table and over on my shelving. And they're wonderful. I think they look just like, is it Crate and Barrel or is it Pottery Barn that put out the twist candles? I think actually both of them did. It might have been Pottery Barn, but they look exactly the same to me. So you got your choice of yellow or cream, and they are fabulous. I found this Chicago metallic baking tool spatulas. I did pick up a couple. These are silicone. They are dishwasher safe. So, you know, these can go straight in the dishwasher. Some of the things from Dollar Tree that's not, you know, name brand cannot go in the dishwasher. So I think these are fabulous. I will buy these things on occasion and keep them for when my silicone spatulas go. And I just got these for such a good price. You know, so I will stock up on some of those and keep them. I found these scarves, and I'm gonna do a short, there are matching gloves. The gloves are nice. There is another set of gloves that I will show you in the short that are much better quality, they're thicker, and I thought they were very nice. But for $1.25, these scarves are soft. They're, you know, they're pretty thick. They're not the thickest, but they're very soft. And I think they're long enough, and I thought they were a really good deal for $1.25. I've got one color, pink and white, and I believe there was like a gray and probably like a tan. And I think these are gonna go fast. I think they're pretty good quality. Now the matching gloves are fine. They're not terribly thick, but there's another set of gloves that I think match these pretty well. And there's a set of hats that I think are much thicker, and I think those are gonna go fast. Now we have plenty of hats, and we actually have plenty of scarves too, but I just could not pass these up. They were such good quality for $1.25. But I will show you them in my short. I did not buy much, but if you need, you know, my kids when they were young especially, but even now, they go to school, they come back, there's no gloves. And when they were little, I used to have those little attachment things. They'd still take them off and lose them. They'd have one glove and not another glove, you know. It was crazy. So, I would stock up on the $1.25 ones until it got very, very cold and they needed something that was insulated. And that doesn't happen quite often. I live in Maryland, and I would say, like, if we get 2 to 3 weeks of near zero temperatures or below zero, it's only a couple days usually. That's all it lasts. And everything is like, usually the winter time is between the 20s to 40s, in that range at the coldest. So, but I used to just get them and be like, you know what, it was $1.25. They lost them, they lost them. What are you gonna do? They're little kids. I found these Simply Kitchen mats. I need to replace some of my drying mats in my house. I think this is so attractive, so pretty. It has like the very on-trend colors right now, which are like these oranges, like these rust oranges and kind of like purple browns. And then this is so attractive as well. Very simple pattern. And I just think that they're very nice quality. I opened one up, and now I can't find it, so I will open this one. They're nice, they're long, they're absorbent. I've already used one, and of course, you know me, I got 2 backups, so I'm showing you those 2 backups. But they're just quite nice, very nice. They're fairly thick. They're not extremely thin. They're not extremely thick either, but they get the job done, and I think that's a really nice size. The other mats that you'll find at the Dollar Tree are a little smaller. I do get them out when I have parties or we have family in and I'm just doing a lot of dishes. I've got a few pieces that are still like silver. You gotta do those by hand and stuff. And it's for my grandmother and my mom, and they were very into it. And I feel like my generation is not that into it, but since I've inherited them, I use them. But I will put the other mats out that are a little bit smaller, that are from the Dollar Tree. I've got gray and black ones. And then I let things, just dry on my island, because my kitchen sink is on my island. And then, I wash them and I put them away for next time. But I just think these, I'll probably get a little bit more use out of them. They're a little bigger. So that was a great find. As usual, I love the soaps at Dollar Tree. This one smells so good. This is Shea Buttermilk, and it smells just so fresh and so nice. And I think for $1.25, I feel like this is such a good deal. It is for sensitive skin. I used to be very you guys know by now, like my skin is so sensitive. I used to be very sensitive to shea butter. I no longer am. I just tried something with shea butter in it one day and it was fine. You go through these different seasons with your body in our lives, and I'm no longer having a problem with it. But as always, look at the ingredients. If you are sensitive to something, don't use it, of course. But I will say, like, this came up on the Yuka app pretty well. I think it was in the 80s. And it says that it's plant-based ingredients, paraben and sodium lauryl sulfate free, which is good. Essential oils, not tested on animals, and printed on recycled paper, which, is very nice. So for $1.25, all good things, you might want to try that. I found this new Complete Care dental kit for my pups. You know how I have to get all the new things for my puppies and try them out. It comes with a toothbrush. It's enzymatic toothpaste. It's baking soda. It is chicken flavored. I've tried it already with my puppies. They seem to like it a lot. There's no ingredients in here that stand out to me as being a problem. So for $1.25, if you've got dogs, you gotta brush their teeth like you're supposed to do it daily. Do I do it daily? Like 3 times a week probably. I have to wrestle them down and, remember to do it and all that, but it's very important for their dental health. Otherwise you end up having to spend so much money, and it's such a risk for them because the dogs have to go under to have, major dental work done. My old dog, he passed away a few years ago. He was quite old, like he was maybe 10, I think. Well, maybe, no, he was 10 because he lived to 12 years old, because it was about 2 years before he died. We had to have, but I think as they get older, every dog probably, like, they're mammals. I mean, we all do in our 80s and 90s. I'm sure people have more trouble with their teeth. But anyway, he was a grandpa dog, and we had to spend so much money putting him under, getting his teeth pulled, and they had to, there was a socket that got infected, and it was just, oh my gosh, the poor doggy. And then everything had to be soft food for him from then on, but he was okay. He did fine, but it was hard for him. I found these Jell-O squares. I thought they were gonna be very sour, like sour cherry. They're not very sour, and they do taste very much like Jell-O. I thought it was gonna taste more like a Sour Patch Kid, and it has a separate and distinct taste. I like these. My son really enjoyed them. But pick some up if you guys like, you know, a little treat here and there. I try not to buy too much candy, but I thought that looked really nice, so I wanted to try it. As always, the Dollar Tree has these little books. I have someone in particular I want to give this one to. Be brave, confident, and be you. Courage is knowing what not to fear. That's a quote from Plato. I want to put her name in here, and I want to embellish it. I am going to embellish every page with just, you know, stories from our life together and someone who's having a very hard time medically and going through chemotherapy, and means so much to me. So I just hope that this brings her joy and happiness. For $1.25, you can't beat that. Okay, so glasses. I do buy glasses. This one's from Dollar Tree as well. This is the same. The reason I bought these is because these are blue light block readers. I had never seen these for $1.50 at the Dollar Tree before. I do stare at a computer for my work for hours every week, and I think my eyes get fatigued. Now, my ophthalmologist has said there is nothing that blue light will do to your eyes permanently, but it can fatigue your eyes temporarily. So I decided to try these out, and I have to say, I have found that my eyes and my fatigue less, and I don't think I get headaches as often. Now, I don't know if that's a thing, and I've only used these for a couple weeks, but you know, if you can find these for $1.25, I think this is a great buy if you need readers like I do. When I wear my contacts, I need readers. When I do not wear my contacts, I can't see far, but I can read fine. But if you need readers, I think that's a great buy. And I think the extra 25 cents has really made it so that these are a little bit better quality, and I think it's worth it. You know, I think that they rival everything that you're gonna find for $6, $7, and $8 at Walgreens, and you know, they last me a good long time. Okay, so I've also found this beautiful sleep mask. I think this is so pretty. And I don't often use a sleep mask, but sometimes in hotel rooms, I have to put something on my eyes because it's just like there's lights, like you're in a city and there's lights coming through even though you've drawn the curtains or whatever it is, or the kids will be up and I'm like, I'm going to sleep. We're in the same room. This is fabulous. I never sleep in the same room with you guys anymore, you know? So sleep mask, and it just is so soft and so silky, and I think it's so pretty. And I think this is probably a brand name. It just says sleep mask on it, and I don't know. It actually doesn't have a brand on it. But how pretty is this one? Here, I'll take it out if I can. And let's just see. Maybe I can't. But it does seem like very good quality. It does seem like, you know, I'll get some use out of this. And nice. So you're able to just tie it, you know, so if you have a big head like me, it's gonna fit you just as well as if you have a smaller head. So that's a nice find. My kids are older, but they still wanna go trick-or-treating. And I say, if the teens wanna trick-or-treat, let them, because you know that if they're trick-or-treating, they're not doing anything else that's like, you know, questionable in life. They're just having some good, wholesome fun with their friends, maybe, you know, frightening a few kids along the way, which is also fun, with their masks or whatever they have on. So I did get necklaces. I do like them to wear them because obviously streets are still very busy, and my son is autistic and he does not look up that often, and he doesn't look up consistently to make sure that he's, you know, safe when he's crossing the street. So I will certainly hand these out to all of the disgruntled teens that are trying to outcool each other this Halloween coming up. I gotta say, my daughter's friends, some of them she's had since preschool, 2 of them that I can think of, and many of them she's had since kindergarten. And of course she picks up other friends along the way, but they are just a wonderful group of teenagers, and they support one another, and they're very open to everyone. And they're open to my son. They always support him as well. And they have been going trick-or-treating since they were little. And it's just a tradition now. So I have to get them stuff. I have to make sure that I still think of the teenagers. I found these. This is going to be great for holiday time. This is Thanksgiving. You put it down, the kids can draw on it. So my nieces and nephews are smaller. We have several children that come in from the family. Hopefully I'll have my family in again. And they're smaller, and I always do like a little kids table. So they can just do this, and then I usually put out an art and craft thing for them to do, and my daughter will usually help them out. And, you know, it's a nice activity that the kids can do when they get kind of bored, or they get like, you know, whatever. There's all this excitement, and like 20 minutes later, someone's like, I'm bored. I'm like, really? All right, let me find something for you to do. You know, so it's just a thing, and like that's just something that happens in my family. I also get these napkins. We use cloth napkins in my house when I have my family in usually, because I go all out. I go way over the top for every holiday. It's so important to me that I've lost my mother especially, but even before, I love to have my family in and my beautiful friends. So, but the kids use these, so I put them out on the kids' table. There's always a spill. There's always a snotty nose. There's always like something being smeared somewhere. And so we go through those. So those are great. I pick these up when I can find them. I use them all over for, organizing. You guys have seen that before. I mean, guys, you can put crayons, you can put medicines, you can put makeup, you can put things in your car and just line them up. And then label them, with the labels that I showed you. They're fabulous. I love them. Dollar Tree has also come out with a new bone. I've not seen this before. At least I don't think I have. Sometimes I feel like I show you guys things twice because I forgot. But I don't think I've seen this. Chuka. It is a healthy rawhide alternative. It is cheese flavored. It is for dogs who like to chew. Great long-lasting chew. And it has crude protein in it. 23%, which I think is very good. Moisture is 13%, ash is 6%, crude fiber is 1.4, and crude fat is 4%, which seems pretty good. It looks like it is tapioca starch base. It's chicken liver powder, pea flour, cheese powder. So this is definitely a treat. This is not meant to replace the nutrition for your dog. But I love to find some of these things and see if my dogs like them. A lot of times they do, sometimes they don't, but I don't like necessarily bones because I'm afraid they're going to choke on them. There are some bones that our vet has said is pretty safe, but they do have to be monitored. And I have this very open concept house, and to chase them and watch them is very difficult for me. So I will sometimes give them a bone, and then I insist like they stay in place. They have to place because I'm just so afraid of them choking on it. But they do. They love like the raw bone knots and all of those things. They're chewers. I did finally purchase these. I know you guys saw these in a short. I just love them. But I have so many of these things. But I went back and couldn't help myself. They're really good quality. I don't know if you guys can see, but the stitching is great. I think these dupe some things I've seen on Amazon. And you can personalize on the top. And it's just very good quality. It's like foamy, but it doesn't feel like it's going to break apart. And I think it can hold some nice stuff, and you can still see through it to see what you have in there. So, had to get two. I think these are great. So I hope you guys can still find them. And those are restock. They were stocked over the summertime, and those are a restock. I got hanging taper candles. These are $5. These are like the Harry Potter candles. Everyone's been talking about these. I do want to use them this year. Like I said, I'm trying to limit how much I decorate, and then I kind of go over the top. So right now for Halloween, I'm still decorating. I used to decorate when my kids were little, and they used to help me, and things would be they'd make stuff, and it was all mismatched and whatever, and I loved it because I was like, hey, it's stuff you made me. Or my kids would be like, we have to, clear off the buffet and do a stuffed animal thing, and I'm gonna put them in costumes or whatever. And I was like, whatever, you do you. I want it to be beautiful for you. But now that they're older, now I get to pick all the decorations. So now everything has to be all cute and on trend and great. My kids are like, Mom, who are you doing this for? I'm like, me. I'm doing it for me. So, and I think they do and like it as well. But, they're not little kids anymore. I did get two of these. I've gone through the other ones that I've showed you at a pretty big clip. We wash our hands, a lot in this house. And I'm always, when they come in, still. And I know COVID is now endemic and it's not as dangerous and it's all these things. But, it's good hygiene. They coming in from school, coming in from anywhere. My son is in a program. I say, wash your hands. It's immediate. And my husband, myself, we wash our hands, So these are dupes for Bath and Body Works. They smell really good. And they do the job, and they're foaming hand soaps, and they're really pretty. So I got two of those. And there are some new Home Bright launches right now for, washing your veggies. There's another one that is a dish soap. I did not pick it up, but I do have a short. I did film because I have plenty of dish soap, and I probably have a little too much dish soap. But I think I might pick it up maybe a little bit later. I'll try it out. But this says fruit vegetable wash. It removes chemicals, soil, and wax, which I do like. Plant-based, dye-free, phthalate free. And it looks like a few drops directly on produce, massage for 30 seconds and rinse. Avoid contact with eyes. It rinses away chemical soils and wax, leaving the natural taste nature intended. So I'm gonna try it. It does have aloe in it, citric acid, some surfactants. You know, so it's a soap of some kind. I mean, sort of soapy. And citric acid, I think, is what's really cleaning everything. And the aloe probably also helps. So that's very interesting. That's a really nice find. It looks like it's gonna be good to use. I'm gonna put it right next to my sink. And then when I wash our produce, I'll be able to do that. I know that, you know, you guys have probably seen this before, but they've been restocked. I love to use this. I do use the Mod Podge for dishwasher safe to seal it. I do like the white, but you can do anything you want. You can paint these, they take paint very well. You can whatever, and I use these on my sink just to hold things like hair ties. You know, my daughter just takes off her necklaces and her rings right at the sink. I put them in here until it gets full, and then I dump it on her dresser and say, put it away, you know. But I just like to have this, just a few of these little things, just to hold different things. I do put our toothpaste in one of these. It's very similar. So it's not just sitting out on the counter. And then next to it, I have the holder from Dollar Tree, and we have like the tongue scrapers because our toothbrushes are electric, you know, and then I have something else. So, you know, it's just, I just like to organize with this. I think these are great, but you can use them for what they're intended for as well. Of course, flowers, but I love them. All right, so Dollar Tree has been killing it with all of the makeup launches. I am so excited. I'm sure if you guys saw my shorts, you've seen that I have purchased all this makeup. I'm gonna do a get ready with me. You guys have already seen like the dupes for Charlotte Tilbury, the Rare Beauty dupe. They are fabulous. I've tried them already, and they have really good staying power, really good wearing power. They stay for a long time. I'm gonna show you a few of the things I've picked up more recently. Must Have Beauty had these spoolies out, which I think are really nice. They're double-ended, and you know, you can use them eyelashes and your eyebrows, obviously. These are just fabulous. But the other thing is that I use them for, if you are graying like I am, I have a little bit of gray over here. I have a powder, and the little brush that you use to like cover the grays, I don't think is great. I stuck one of these spoolies, and I got 2 of these packets, so I've already opened one, and I got a little bit of the powder on it, and I could just brush it on so well. And I think that these are way better than the kind of brush that the, you know, powder came with. Oh, wow. I think it's Wow powder. I think it's a hair powder, Wow hair powder. Anyway, it has a double-ended brush, and it does okay, but I'll get it like kind of on my scalp too much, and then I have to kind of rub it in and rub it off. Anyway, this did way better. It got it right on my hairs, and it got each and every hair very well. So a little bit of tips for those of you who are in my age range. I was able to find some of the villains. I'm excited to try these glosses. I showed you guys in the shorts the Disney, like Alice in Wonderland, and the other Disney princess, like Cinderella and all that. But they have these shimmer villain lip glosses, which I think are fabulous. So I will try them. I really am liking this one. I love Ursula. She is one of my favorite villains. I don't know why. When I was a kid, I loved Ariel. Okay, this is a dupe, and I love this line. I love that Be Pure has put these out. This is a dupe for the Tarte Cream lipstick. And I think, I'm just gonna open it. I only got this one color, but there are 3 colors. At least there were 3 colors in my Dollar Tree, and I have a short filming the other 2 colors. They're fabulous. But I think this is just, oh my God, that's so pretty. All right, I don't have anything on my lips. Let's try it out. Okay, this may be a little light for me, so maybe I'll have to go back and get the darker shades. I could make it work. With a little bit of liner, I could make that work. It feels very creamy. It feels really good, and I am totally there for it. What a beautiful package. What a beautiful formula. You guys go out and try these out. I will say, I feel as if the packaging makes it look a little bit darker. It is quite a light pink, but a very nice nude. And I think I'm gonna go back. Since the packaging makes it look a little darker, I'll go back and get the one that I thought would be too dark. And I bet you it's gonna be like the perfect color. But they're right, it's silky. It's Silky Lip Cream by Be Pure. It's absolutely, it feels really good. Okay, and then I found them finally. I have been looking for weeks. This is another Be Pure launch. This is the 4-in-1 stackable. So there's 2 different color stories here. So this one looks like more browns. This one looks a little bit more mauve-y pink. And I think, you know, you can just mix and match your colors and come up with your own personal, you know, creation. Let me open this one, I think. And I'm gonna do a little bit on my hand and swatch because obviously I already put the other lipstick on. So these are so cute. These remind me, do you guys remember those crayon pencils that we used to have as kids? I don't know if anybody's from the late 80s, early 90s, but I was always so jealous. I always wanted them. My mom eventually bought them for me, but I wanted to take them to school and everybody would, you know, just use them and then, you know, pop it off and you'd have another one underneath. There were also pencils. They were lead pencils that you could like pop through and put another piece of lead on top. I don't think we could use those if we were taking tests where they had to put it through the machine for the number 2 lead, like to pick up on your answer, but we could use them at other times. So I just love those things when I was a kid. Okay, let's see, let's swatch. Oh my God, that's pretty. Holy cow, that is creamy, pigmented. Here, hold on, I gotta try it. They are so cute. Okay, the smell is a little off, I'm gonna say that, but it's wearing quite nice. Very nice. That's that color. Let's try this color. Okay, this is more of an orange. And how beautiful would that be? With some liner. That's a very pretty color. I'm kind of surprised I like these colors so much. Okay, let's see this red. Okay, that's a kind of an orange red. It's a coral red. Very pretty. And I think you could just mix these very beautifully. This is gonna be a plum. Okay, you know what? That's a little bit less vibrant plum than I thought, but let's just see. Yeah, mix them up, make your color, take it in your purse. Absolutely adorable. I love this. Love this. Okay, I want to swatch this one really fast for you guys as well so that you can see the colors. And then I've got a little bit more more makeup. Okay, that is a Barbie light pink. Really pretty. Maybe not a color that I'm going to be able to pull off, but oh, that's really pretty. That is a brighter coral, but you know, you can mix these, just mix them up. Oh, that's pretty too. I like that one. Okay, that is very similar, I feel like, to this color. There's only a little bit of difference. I think it's a little lighter. Okay, and then we've got this last color I'm gonna do down here. That's a little more red than I thought it was gonna be. Very pretty. I feel like I'm coloring with crayon on my arm. So let's see. Let's mix. Yeah, you can get some real pretty colors. Look at that. You can mix them up. Just get some gorgeous tones. That would be pretty. Those two together, you know, an everyday kind of look. Very beautiful. Look at that. I'm loving it. I'm loving it as usual. You can get a great look from Dollar Tree products. Okay, Be Pure. I only saw this dual eye cream shadow stick. I only saw it in this color. I think that there's another color. It was not at my store. These remind me of something, and I'm sure someone's gonna be able to tell me what it's duping. And I just can't put my finger on what it was. It was a Maybelline product, I think, a few years ago that kind of launched. Oh, how neat. Look at how beautiful the packaging is. Okay, so let's just see. Okay, you know, I think that's very pretty. I don't know if you can see the shimmer pink on my, right there, but it's a very everyday, let's see. I want to do this. Let's see, I want to try it this way. All right, you know, for an everyday look, a little swash of color, I think that's very attractive. That's very pretty. It's light, you know, but fairly pigmented. Like, that's very pretty. I do like it. I'm just gonna have to like get used to how to use this. I can use that a little bit more, and then this a little bit more down here. That's very nice. I like that. That's a cute little launch, you know, so look out for that if, you know, you're trying to find, you know, some new makeup at Dollar Tree. These are back, the Stillas. I love these. I am loving on the lip gloss that was like, it was like a gold shimmer, red berry lip gloss color. I got like 3 of them. I think they're great, but the lipstick is really nice too. It has very good staying power. It is a long wear. So they're back if you guys want to get them. Of course, I got this to organize with because I am an organizational freak and I do love these. Like, you can stack your chip bags in here really nicely and just, you know, if you don't live with other people like I do, it'll stay nice. And if you live with other people like I do, called kids and a husband. It'll be everywhere. They don't like my organization all the time, or at least they don't pay attention to it that much, but that's okay. And so I am gonna show you guys the little, Le Mercerie is how I'm understanding that you pronounce it. I was saying Le Mercier. It's Le Mercerie. But these are a fabulous launch. I was not a big fan of the long wearing foundation, but this full coverage concealer, I really do think that this is like a dupe for like Tarte, like the Shape Tape. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me, but this is long wearing. Like this is just the nicest concealer I think that I have found at the Dollar Tree that's kind of longer wearing and fuller coverage. Now, I do not want to say that I do not like the Be Pure anymore. I love it. I just think like it's so hydrating, and the concealer with hyaluronic acid under my eyes, like there's nothing like it. It just plumps really well, and I need that. You know, at the age that I'm at, I need that. But this is like for those days when like, right now I haven't had a lot of sleep and I am like sick still. I'm still having a little bit of sickness. But they have 5 or 6 colors from what I saw. And I am mixing a couple colors because it's not quite right for me. But this is kind of the mix of these two. These are 114 and 115 mixed together. And that does very well under my eyes. So I'll just show you guys really fast. I don't have any brushes with me, but let me just dot a little. I went out with very little makeup on today because it's just like a very busy Sunday for me. I was out last night late visiting with old friends. We had a wonderful, wonderful reunion. Actually, it was my high school reunion. And then Friday night, I was really sick and in bed. And yesterday I did all these chores, and late this morning we were out early. We're taking our pups for training lessons. That is so very nice. And it just sits. It sits wonderfully on the skin. And it's not, if you set it with some powder, it will not settle into the fine lines, you know, at all. I like this formulation. And I don't know, I just did not like, for my skin type, I did not like the foundation. It broke apart very fast. And it was a little bit heavy and a little bit like, I don't know, it wasn't for me. Not when I, you know, absolutely love the finish and the feel of the Be Pure foundation. So, you know, it just was one of those kind of fails for me. But this has been a winner. I have used these now a few weeks, and I have had compliments all the time. And people are asking me like, what am I using? Why does it, you know, just the finish is like so great and it lasts all day. And I was outdoors last weekend. In fact, I was at this music festival, and the first day it rained on us, poured. All of us were just soaked to the bone. And by the end of the night, we were like miserable. And my makeup actually had some staying power all the way through all of that rain and the craziness. These are a great find, and the formulations are wonderful. So I think that's the end of my haul. It was a huge one. Thank you guys for, you know, putting up with this. It's a pretty long video, but there's so many great finds right now. I just wanted to show you guys some of my absolute favorites. And of course, there are things that I did not buy because I cannot buy the entire store. And those are on my shorts. I filmed so many things that people could really use. And the makeup launches, again, are just wonderful. So I'll do a Get Ready With Me soon with the new makeup launches. And I hope you guys will subscribe. I hope you guys will like this video because it really does help my channel. And then I can bring more content to more people so you guys can know what's in store, you know, up to the minute, and be able to find the items that you are seeking at your Dollar Tree. You know, because we all of us have felt inflation, and we all need to start looking at money management in a different light. And I am finding that I get so much more at the Dollar Tree than I ever did in past years. I just can't. I can't walk into Target any longer. I go in for 3 items. I come out with $400 worth of stuff, and I don't have anything. I have very little in my cart. You know, I go into the Dollar Tree, I spend $50 and I get, you know, 2 bags of items, and they do the job. So that's what I'm saying. It's, you know, the bargains are out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you take care for the rest of the week. I will be back on shortly, and thank you guys for watching. Take care.